Ciao. Welcome back. And again, how are you? So, it's taken me a minute to get this going, to get back on and get the information. There's been so much energy, so much just coming through like crazy this last week. This full moon in Libra is throwing some interesting but some very nice curveballs, so to say. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Zoe. This is Divinity Within Me. If you are returning, welcome back, and thank you for being here, for following me, for listening, for liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing with people that may also need to receive the information. That's how it helps more people understand what's going on, and it helps it kind of get out there so more people understand what's going on. So I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're all doing safe out there and sound during this time. So we have a full moon. We have a full moon coming in, and this nice full moon is in Libra, which is super nice. Okay, the last in my last video where it was new moon, and we were just coming into Aries season. All right, we're still still in the middle, but it has caused a lot of uproar, a lot of fire, a lot of feisty energy, and it's kind of necessary. You know, we have to, like a phoenix. You know, a phoenix rises from the ashes. So we have to kind of light shit on fire, you know, especially under our own S's, to make moves, to make changes. If it wasn't so intense and it wasn't so drastic, it wouldn't be so prominent. It wouldn't stand out to us so much, and we wouldn't really want to be changing it or being so insistent on being aware and awake for this change. So it's important to remember that in order for old structures, for new things to come in, old structures kind of have to collapse. As we spoke about in the last video, Aries, which is with the card of the Emperor, is really all about creating new structures, new foundations. We don't want to build things on the ways old things were. And with this full moon coming in, with everything the way that it is, we are certain for things never to be the way that they were again. Nothing is going to go back to the way that it was. We are looking at a whole new system that we're putting into play. And this is our own manifestation. We knew this was coming. We chose to be here at this time to participate in this happening. So remember that as frustrating as some things might seem at sometimes, everything is a necessary part or a necessary component, all right? There has to be contrast in order for something to get better. There has to be something bad, okay? What we can do is we can really look at this like in an interesting, different sort of way, right? We can look at it like, so our human bodies, the way that we work, the way that we break down is basically if we get a flu or if we get a virus or if we get something, right? What's happening is our body is reacting to not liking something. There's something that it's not liking and it's reacting. It's creating this response, all right? And what it does is it goes around and it attacks certain things. It kind of takes out certain things. It kills certain things. It builds up certain antibodies and it restarts itself, okay? That's essentially what the earth, our planet, our collective consciousness is doing right now. So have patience. Have patience with the process. Have patience with yourself. Have love. Have kindness, not just for yourself. You get itchy every time. Not just for yourself, but for others. Okay. What's really going on right now is we're moving from so much being in Capricorn, and we're getting ready to move into Aquarius. Okay, you know, you've heard this, but we're dawning the age of Aquarius. Okay, here we are. We're rapidly approaching it. All right, Aquarius is all about new technological advances, new systems coming into play. This is all part of a larger alignment that maybe we don't understand the way that it's playing out, but it's not our job to like tear it apart to understand it. Okay, our job is to take this time out and really realize that we're not as necessary as we think we are. Our routine, everything that we think we have to do, we don't have time for this, we don't have time for that. Well, guess what? I guarantee you that everybody's routine has been completely 360, has been completely flipped upside down, and nothing is normal the way that it is. We're having to restructure, rechange, reconsider everything what we're doing. And this is really important. This is something that we want. If we want everything to change, if we don't want the old systems to be running the way that they are, then we have to be willing to release the old ways that we've been doing things and our old systems, okay? It can't just be like, no, I want the system here to change, but not my system to change. We're all part of a bigger functioning mechanism, okay? Like a clock, right? We're all different cogs, different gears. And as much as we are all one, we each play our individual role. So there has to be a breakdown, there has to be a rebuild. All right, a lot of technological advances. So whether this is us basically figuring out a new science to how we're going to do things, how we're going to do things for ourselves, how we're going to do things with each other. And we're going to move on from very kind of cold, set back Capricorn energy of I have to do this, very 3D. We need to make money. This has to happen. This has to be calendared. This has to be scheduled. I need to know what's coming. It has to happen on time. Why isn't it done? Why isn't it ready? To a very airy, like Aquarius, which is really like going with the flow, you know, being kind of out there, and this other like way of thinking where it's like less on what has to happen and more on like feeling, you know, like feeling the flow, kind of floating along with it, being like, actually now we go day by day. We don't know. Every day the news says something, every day somebody says something, every day something changes, and nothing is going to be the same. So we have to get to this place where we're really learning how to be present in what is now. Okay, I think generally society is very stuck on, oh, this is what happened, this is somebody is to blame for this. We have to point the finger. We have to talk about what happened, who did it, this and that and the other thing. Okay, it doesn't really matter. None of that really matters, honestly. It's neither here nor there. Okay, we can focus, we can sit and focus on what we really want things to become. How do we want things? What do we want the outcome to really be? That's what we need to be focusing on. The collective consciousness is rising, okay? Just like the 100 monkeys theory. When 100 monkeys on all these islands, on one island, figured out how to get their food open without, you know, baby monkeys figured out, okay, if we put it in the water, maybe we don't have to eat this dirt, we don't have to do this, it's easier. They found an easier way. And after a certain amount of monkeys actually figured it out and started doing it, then monkeys on all the other islands started doing the same thing. There's no way for them to be taught or shown. This basically demonstrates the power of collective consciousness. So, there's a lot of energy. Maybe people are having sleepless nights. Maybe it's really hard to focus on what we're doing or what we need to be doing, and to not be distracted by things. But now more than ever, what we need to really focus on is what we are doing. What is our gift that we have to offer? How are we helping the whole? Okay, we've been taking time, definitely. We've been taking time indefinitely that needed to be for ourselves. We had to kind of dive deep. We had to kind of look into our shadow side. We had to kind of come to grips with all of the things we've been putting off, whether it's family or what we choose to make time for, all of these things, right? We have basically been put in our face like, actually there's a lot of different things that we didn't realize needed more attention. Our body, our health, our cleanliness, our connectivity to each other, and not being so caught up on the separation of job, family, work, friends, everything. You know, we're really coming together. We're really learning how to come together, and that's what's super important right now. What keeps coming in, basically, like, we're coming into Libra. This full moon is in Libra, and Libra's all about balance. Libra is the scales, okay? Libra's all about balance. We're finding our balance. We're finding a way to balance out our needs that are on 3D level and like our needs that are spiritual, right? And we're realizing that our needs that are on 3D level aren't necessarily monetary or time. These old things are falling away. What we're realizing they really are now is companionship, like our family, the people that we're coming together with. We're really realizing who are we doing things with? Who are the people we're supposed to be doing things with? What are we doing? What am I doing? What am I doing with my time? Am I using my energy wisely? Is it serving others, or is it just serving myself? Because what is really happening is we're learning that the money and the very 3D things aren't of service to each other. We're having to come together. We're having to actually care. We're being forcefully put into a position of having to care for each other. So, with all of this being said, how are we balancing it out? How are we balancing out what our body needs? Now our 3D needs are, how are we nourishing this body, our human body? What are we doing to nourish ourselves? What are we doing to nourish our mind? What are we inputting? Are we inputting fear? Because it's not going to turn out good if that's what we're doing. We need to not be buying into these tactics, okay? And we need to understand that a lot of the tactics are coming in from a digital or technological point, because that's what's happening. That's where we're at. So what is the balance? What is the balance? The balance is between mind, body, and spirit, right? How are we connecting to the higher realms? How are we studying to further educate ourselves on what we need to do? What are we doing to educate each other instead of causing more stress or more fear? What are we doing? What do we need to be doing? We need to be figuring out who we need to be working with and what we need to be doing. What is your gift? If your gift isn't going to work and producing money, what is your gift that you have to offer? Who do you want on your team? We're making connections and we're reconnecting with people that we've been here with before, that we're meant to be doing things with. And whether it's right next to each other or farther away from each other, this is part of our purpose, all right? To connect on a deeper, more meaningful soul level. Yeah, we need to realize that we are the virus, we are the parasite, and as soon as we cleanse our system, as soon as we cleanse our minds, as soon as we cleanse out what it was that was kind of like infecting us and recharge, we're gonna get back on track. We're gonna get out of this. So, let's bring in the cards and see what they have to say. Thank you, universe, source, creator, angels. Spirit guides, oversouls. Can you tell us what messages you have for the collective regarding the full moon in Libra? Okay. So the first card that comes out is the owl. The owl is 13, which would equal a 4. 4 is about forward motion. 4 is about being on the right track, moving forward, being aware. The owl's about deception or wisdom. So what I'm getting from this is through understanding that there has been deception. Maybe there's deception that's been floating around. We have the ability to gain wisdom, to gain knowledge. All right? The owl is very smart. And it's interesting because now the sun's setting and the owl is a very night creature. The second card is communication. Okay? Communication has a 41, which would equal a 5. 5 means indefinite change. So there is going to be indefinite change in the way that we communicate. And not just the way we're communicating with each other, the way we communicate around the world. The point or the intention in which we are communicating. We have the king, which is a 3. So 3 is all about celebration. Male authority. Male sexual energy, things pertaining to the law and justice. Okay, 3 is about sometimes third parties, sometimes working together. So we are changing this, all right? We have been communicating. We have been communicating about this. We have been working on changing this. We have been working on changing the way that the law and the authority and everything is coming. Okay? And what are we doing? Not only is it us for ourselves, we have the cat. Cat's an 18, which is 9. 9 is about completion of a cycle, okay? So the cat is about independence and healthy boundaries. So not only are we creating our independence, we are creating our independence from the way the laws, the structures, and things like this are, but we're also gaining independence with what we really need to be doing for ourselves, okay? We're having this time to ourselves alone, to where we literally and physically have to focus on exactly what we need, okay? When we take care and when we focus on what we need for ourselves, we're bettering everybody, because like I said, we're all part of one. We're all part of the collective consciousness, all right? Then we have restriction. Interesting. Restriction is an 8. So there's been a restriction. Maybe this is an 8 is about abundance. So there has been a restriction on our abundance, but this is part of the path. This is part of the path that we have to walk, is what I'm getting. Okay, there is a restriction on abundance, but this is the way that we are currently visualizing abundance, okay? We have the ability to have so much abundance. We can still work with each other. We can still communicate with each other. Everybody still has internet. Everybody still has Wi-Fi. We still have the ability to connect, okay? Maybe we're having some blocks with being able to hug or be close to one another, but maybe this is important. Maybe we need this, because in order to cherish the things that are really important, that are vital, sometimes we have to take a step back. You never know what you have until it's gone. It's all part of it. Let's get some clarification on these, okay, guys? Thank you, Universe Creators. Get some clarification with the owl. So yeah. So we have the Nine of Cups and the Hierophant. So the Nine of Cups is really about the full emotional, like filling our emotional fulfillment. Okay, cups are about emotion, soul. Okay, the Hierophant is really about going deep within, connecting to our spirituality, connecting to source. We need this time to kind of go deep, to really connect. If you are not meditating, and it's something that you don't do, if you're not taking time to connect to source in some spiritual way, you know, whatever it may be, you need to be doing it, because that is what fills our soul. That is what is filling the cups. That is what brings the contentment, all right? The deception is that we needed this time. We needed this time for ourselves to really gain this wisdom. The wisdom is coming from within. The reason why I named my channel Divinity Within Thee is because I wanted it to be a constant reminder to everyone that each of us is divine, and it comes from within. It's not just me that's getting this. It's not just you. It's not just this. It's not just that. The divinity comes from within thee, from within you, from within me, from with everybody. We're all connected to the divine. We're all part of this, okay? I'm just gonna sort these off for each one. Wow. Okay. So first we have the King of Swords on communication. The King of Swords is all about somebody who is really... Swords are about words or actions. If you look at this guy, he knows what he's talking about. He knows how to take action and what to do, all right? So this is really about this being on top of communication. This is really about knowing like the proper way that we need to communicate, how we need to be communicating, what we need to be communicating. So we all have something to offer, okay? And the only way we can offer things right now is by teaching, by communicating to one another what is going on, what we know how to do, what we can share with each other, all right? So the King of Swords is really about being like, yeah, this is what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I'm sure there's been a lot of prompts coming in, and this full moon is basically the culmination period of what you've been receiving prompts that you need to be doing that is changing the direction of what you thought you were supposed to be doing. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna turn on this. So dark, okay, better. So this is really about, you've already known, you've received the prompts, you know what you need to be doing, and it may not be what you thought you should be doing, and it may not be what you have been doing. There's been a change of course, okay? Change of course. Talk it out, talk it through with somebody else, figure out who you need to talk to, figure out what you need to be doing, because you already actually know. But figure out how to make this an actual thing, okay? Then on top of the King, which is pertaining to law and justice, we have the Five of Cups. Interesting. The Five of Cups is really about, the Five of Cups is really about it's about this man that is literally, he's crying. He's crying over spilled milk. He's crying over these 3 cups, over everything that he worked so hard on being spilled. So this is like how we thought things were gonna work out. Maybe our work, our business, our whatever, you know, how we thought it was gonna work out. Oh my God, I worked so hard and everything is falling apart. And he's focused so much on this spilled milk, on these cups that are spilled in front of him, that he is unaware of the 2 cups that are full behind him. He's forgotten, there's something new. There's new. 2 is all about the duality. It's about the balance, okay? It has to happen. There has to be a duality. There has to be a balance. So we have to know that the old way of law, of justice, of like the masculine energy in general, and I'm not saying just males, I don't mean that. I mean law, government, structure, all of this, like the old way is falling away. Don't be so caught up in that, like how it is and if it's okay and if you're okay with it. It's gone. It's never gonna be the same again, okay? Be okay with it. Be here now and be okay with the fact that that is what it is. Then on top of the cat, which is about independence and healthy boundaries, we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, which is a 2, again, about duality, partnership. Okay, this is really about, we needed this time. We need this time to fix what we needed to fix within ourselves in order to come together with others. And I'm getting heavy, even though this is on the cat and independence and boundaries, I was getting very heavy, like, partnership coming in, whether it's like romantic of sorts or whether it's in business. This is really about knowing, and this is really about divine understanding. Like she's got her golden book there. She is divinely guided. She does understand what is coming in, what she wants, okay? So I also am seeing the new moon. So maybe by the time the new moon is coming in, we're gonna be able to start maybe reconnecting with people, okay? But now is the time really to study, to share your knowledge, to increase your knowledge, to balance things out, really. The restriction of abundance. We have the Empress on top of this. So this is very interesting. The Empress is all that is feminine energy. The Empress is the creator, the birther, you know. This can mean being pregnant, but it can also mean being pregnant with a new, or being fertile, like ready for a new idea, ready to receive something new, for a new way, a new thing coming in, all right? Birthing a new idea, something new, something creative, a new way. So to have the restriction for the restriction to be an 8, right? To equal an 8. Have the restriction of abundance. This is about really us focusing and understanding what we are meant to be creating, okay? What we're meant to be creating through communication, what we're meant to be creating through our deeper connection to spirit, our deeper studies, our deeper understandings. And this is really about what are we supposed to be creating, okay? We're here on this planet to be creators. We are creators. We're here to create something. So what is your offering? What is your offering that you have to offer to the world? What are you creating? Are you creating a community? Are you creating some type of online system, some type of education? What are you creating? What are you leaving in your wake? Are you staying awakened? What are you leaving? What is your fingerprint, your footprint, you know? What is it? Because this is really about, the Empress is really about, there's something new that needs to happen. And this restriction on your abundance is because we're so focused on the money aspect of things, okay? So it's not about what is my new job or my new position going to be based on how much I'm going to make. It's what do I have to offer? How can I help others? Because by helping others, we in turn are helping ourselves. We're all part of one mechanism, remember? Let's see, these cards want to say something. Let's see, what do you have to say? This is very interesting, very different. Okay. Interesting. So the first card that comes out is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is all about the fruits of our labors. We have planted all the seeds. So the seeds have been planted. We already know. So the seeds have been planted. So what I'm being channeled is basically, you already know. The seeds have already been planted what you're supposed to be doing. What you should be doing. What your offering is. What your soul's purpose is. Not what your 9 to 5 is, none of this shit. What your soul's purpose is. Who the people you are supposed to be working with. Are you supposed to be helping elders? Are you supposed to be helping children? Are you supposed to be building community? Are you supposed to be creating something? What is it? The seed has already been planted, okay? You know what it is. You can see it. You're ready to pick it. It's ready. It's fresh for the picking. The Emperor. 4, forward movement. The Emperor is all about the structure. Create the structure now, okay? You might find yourself like, I found myself being like, okay, what's my new routine? What am I really gonna do? I'm starting to write things down. I'm starting to create new things, like maybe that I haven't even really done before. Like I'm like, okay, now every day I get up early and I do this, and this, and you know, it's changing, okay? What is the new structure? How do we want it to be? Because it really, right now, is all about, it's the culmination. What are we bringing in? How do we want it to be? Are we visualizing this? Don't worry about all the other stuff that's floating around. Visualize what we want it to be. Really focus on that. Because as one cog in the collective consciousness, we really need to focus on what we want. We need to be the change we wish to see. We have the Two of Cups, again, partnership. This could mean love coming in. I am sensing some type of love coming in for some people, but this is also partnership, duality, okay? This is important. Maybe this will culminate. I'm seeing the Leo standing out in this strong. So, you know, maybe this partnership, this duality is going to keep culminating from now until Leo season, which is August. So maybe we need to be partnered, or we really need to focus on who our partner is and working with other people. Because it looks like it might be until that long that we might be hermiting away. Wow. The Hermit is 9, so yeah. So 9 again is about completion. The Hermit is all about, the Hermit is again a Virgo card, so that would be September. So yeah, we're basically gonna be anyway till like August, September, Leo, Virgo season, okay? And we need to go within. The Hermit's all about going within and about finding the light that's coming out from within. So now's the time to figure out, who do you wanna work with? Who is going to create good partners? Who is going to help you create this? Because the ultimate is the 10 of Cups. Okay? The promise, the fulfillment, the rainbow. 10 of Cups is everything filled. Happy family, happy children, happy everything. We need to realize that this isn't just about us, this is about the future. What comes in the future? How are we helping the children? How are we helping each other? You know, we are taking this time. We're taking this time to go within. We're taking this time to go within, to find the light, and to really work work for a bigger cause, for the everything, you know? These cards really want to speak, so let's see. Keepers of the light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more. Okay. I pull and I speak and I say as I'm guided, as I'm led to. So thank you for bearing with me. So the first card is Paul. First guide is Paul the Venetian. Experiencing grace, share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So yeah, what are your gifts? What are your gifts? How are you sharing them? Look at this rose, it's blooming from the heart, from a place of love. Then we have Lord Shiva, transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given, dance with the universe. This is basically just confirming everything I've been saying. We're transcending into our next level of spiritual beings. We're rising up, okay? Rise up, honor your inner force, honor your divine force, your soul's purpose. Why are you really here? Okay? Then we have Horus, cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Are we thinking about what we want? Are we focused on creating the world and the life that we want? Then we have faith, humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. Are you seeing the light in the world? Have faith. Have faith we're here. Have faith something better is coming. It's always darkest before the dawn. Then we have Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is opening. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. We're leaders. We're here to be leaders. We're here to create a new understanding. And we might not know what it is yet even, but it's our job. We're here to create something new. We're here to awaken. We're in this together. You're on your own, but you're not alone. And we have a bigger mission that we need to accomplish. And what keeps coming is figure out who you need to be working with. Figure out who your partners, who your team is, who you want to be on your team, and what it is you guys are meant to be doing, and how you can give this offering out to the universe, okay? Not just the universe, but how do we change this world to make it how we envision? How do we create our utopia? We're doing it. First, the old is falling away. We're making room for the new to come in. This is exactly what's happening. It's exactly what's happening. Huh? Yeah. First card that comes out, 17. Growing up, wanting to grow and experience, rejection of perpetual youth. This is an 8. So the abundance is coming from wanting to grow. We want to grow up. We don't want to be in the state of what's happening. Oh my God, I don't know. I'm afraid. No, we're growing out of that, and we're realizing that we're creating what we're living. We're creating the experience that we're having. 23, 5. 5 is all about change. We're all mad here. Everyone is a little bit different. While it might seem crazy, while your ideas or what you think your offering needs to be might seem a little bit crazy, we're all mad. Why? Because we come from another place. Because we're not meant to be in this world. We're meant to create this world. Okay? We're meant to change things. We need to stop covering up the errors. We're ending this cycle. Painting the roses red. It's all about covering up errors. It's all about masking it and pretending like it doesn't exist, okay? This has had to be such an intense thing that happened in order for us to really wake up and realize we can't just cover it up anymore. We can't just pretend like it doesn't exist. We can't just pretend like we don't know what we need to be doing. We know exactly what we need to be doing. But are we doing it? Ask yourself. Ask yourself. What is your offering? Please, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see what you have to say. Thank you for listening and being here with me. Blessings, love, light.